What's up everyone, Salem Clemens here. In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 3 coral vendors at Reefapalooza California 2025. Now, typically these videos are like the top 10 corals, the top 5 corals, but honestly, I was really impressed by Rap Cali. There was too many good corals to actually make a proper ranking video, so I decided that it'd be more fun to make a video where I rank the top 3 coral vendors or kind of booth setups at the show. And I am judging them based on 3 primary criteria. First is the quality of the coral, whether it be the health or the coloration or a combination of both. Second is the pricing of the coral. Is it fairly priced? Is it overpriced? Is it something someone can afford? Are they gouging? And third is the diversity of coral. So even if someone has really good prices and they have the best health, if they only have high-end SPS, they're going to be lower on the list than someone that has every single type of coral within those ranges. So I've got 3 primary picks for what I think I've got 3 primary picks for who I think represents those criteria the best, and I also have a couple runner-ups in there. Additionally, I put all the coral that I liked from the show that I got footage of in there, so it's also kind of a top coral video in a way. There's plenty of vendors and coral that I did not get footage of. It was a lot running 2 booths and then running around trying to film stuff as well. So if I didn't get footage of your coral, forgive me. And I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my picks on the top coral booths of Rap Cali 2025. We're going to come right out of the gate with my favorite coral of the show, which was this insane lemon drop elegance. This one was no slouch either, but this one, it was bright. I had to adjust the exposure down by quite a bit to even get this picture. You can see here some banana torches and a lot of corals that are bright in their own right next to it, and it was shining across the room. This was a Cali Kid Corals. They had these 2 lemon drops, and they also had this other really unique elegance that was over in the corner that was kind of one of the Gomorrah types that was dark purple and green that was unique as well. They also had a Tyree pink tip, and they also had this Heliofungia that was a holy grail variety. Had never seen it. Super nice. I got this awesome jawbreaker Samacora at Islander Corals. You can see multiple colors in that center one. I'm excited to grow this out and see if I can get them to really get those streaks and striations through some selective fragging. But nicest Samacora I've seen in quite a long time, so I had to snag it, and it was a good price. Next, I went to Coral Exotic. 10 has a lot of really nice lords. He had some kill shots, Mardi Gras, a bunch of his own that are named. You name it, he's got it. He's the master. Had a lot of nice Alvies and Ganies as well. And something else he had were these super fat OGs he had for quite a long time. You'll see as I scroll over his booth, just everything he has is pretty unique or higher end, at least very healthy. Lots of nice torches right here. He's got some really nice Zoas too, his own variety of Stratocasters. It's one of the nicest I've seen that's got that super bright kind of pink look to it. You can see it in this whole hodgepodge of a rack here. And then we also have a large collection of meats that he brought, including a little secret meat there, that Blasto vivida. Super large polyp on that one, almost as big as an acantho. And he had these plates too that I really liked, especially that dark purple with gray tip one. And then there's this Dioceras or Cycloceras here that was pretty bright as well. He had some nice stuff. This was at KD Reef. This was the booth before much had sold, before the show had opened, and you could see it's all quality. Some really nice mushrooms here, some Malaysian trachees, had some Zoas, really sick hammers, and coming up here on the left are the nicest Asian acans I've ever seen, this orange, yellow, and blue ones here. They were very bright. Asian acans tend to not be as bright as other lords, but these were it. Also some cool Zoas here. They were a new release at the show, I believe. Had not seen that variety before. You can also see plenty of nice Ganies, Master Scoli, everything. There's a picture of those Asian acans, Malaysian trachea, Bower Banky. Really nice. This kind of crown apple fathead hammer here too was also something to look at. Right next door to KD was Vincent Tran, and Vincent always brings some crazy Ghanies and crazy Zoas. You can see here some of what his booth looked like before he had sold. He also pre-sold almost all of those OGs there. We'll get back to those. But I'll do a slow pan over here. You can see just the variety of zoanthids that he has. All high-end, all collector. There was a couple new ones, those pink-centered ones there to the right of the Bloodshots that I had not seen before. I didn't get a name on those. These OGs he had been farming for quite some time, and he brought them and blew them all out to other vendors pretty much instantly. But yeah, something else that Vincent always has at shows is the OG Flaming Mohican. So there's a couple varieties going around, but his strain is one of the originals, and it almost looks like a day glow volcano. There's a picture of it there to the left of the God Beast. Very nice. If you're a stickhead watching this video, you're probably wondering what the deal is with all the LPS and softies. In reality, there weren't really that many Acropora at the show. It was very LPS heavy. But Elliot from Golden State Corals is no slouch. He brought some of the nicest SPS at the show. He had a whole tank of aquaculture pieces from his own releases, like that red and blue in the middle there, the Cell Max, to some rarer ones like Ari's Avalanche, the Sir Hosanai, and as well as some typical classics, all chunky, healed, and encrusted. Something else that Elliot does really well is grows torches. He brought a lot of his aquaculture pieces, especially the lineaged CC24K Holy Grail, the brightest of the lot. He also had this really cool yellow elephant ear. I also picked up my first clam from him, that Maxima that's black and white on the inner right there. Very nice one, happy to get it from him. Next, I went to Rage Reefing, and Tim brought a lot of really nice aquaculture pieces. You can see kind of an assortment of chalices, micromusa, blastos. You got some Mardi Gras acans there. You know, a lot of really, really nice stuff, but these blastos definitely took the cake. Him and I were going back and forth on what we thought they were. We're thinking worldwide coral rainbows that had kind of aged like a fine wine, but these sold really quick, and I think were some of the nicest blastos at the show. As well as that, Tim also farms Zoas like a madman. He's been a collector for many years. I've got some really rare strains from him in the past, and he brought about a little bit of everything to this show. Mofos, Exospheres, Mind Tricks, AOIs, Pikachus, Tweety Birds, Awesome Blossoms, yada yada yada. He had a lot of really cool ones. Those gizmos there were some new ones. These green ones as well were some of his own release. He also had some really rare ones that I had not seen in a long time. They're coming up here on the left right there of the God Beast. Those bright orange ones are Aztec sundials. Very hard to find. He also brought my children, the blue right there. Those are spectral hornets, a Zoa I named, and we talked back and forth and figured out who I sold them to, we bought them from, and we had the whole lineage, and they're straight from my original colony. Cool to see. Over at Pride Corals, Nick had a nasty either Pachycepta or Lobo there. It's almost like a jawbreaker variety. Have not really seen one that nicely colored. You can see Lobophilia robusta here, a couple shrooms, a lot of other stuff. Nick also had some predator zoas, which I don't see that often, so that was a nice thing to see. And he brought a nice tank of Gorgonians that were in white light, which was different and was really nice. This next footage was at Reef Factory US, this very unique kind of glittery purple interstellar looking what we would call quote unquote Favia. Never seen that strain before and I'm really regretting not buying it. It's really unique. Also had some quite nice micromusa here. You can see as I scroll through the Godzillas, a lot of bread and butter pieces, Eclectus, big uranium bounce, Ghanies of all different flavors, Drakeys, plates, but this Lobo or Pachycepta here at the end also caught my eye. It was one of the brightest I had seen. The center was just completely glowing, that yellow-green color. Really unique piece that was cool to see. I, of course, had to stop at Hong's from Deep Blue. He always has a lot of really weird softies and encrusting pieces. Just some oddball stuff all around. He's got a shop in LA. He grows it all himself. And I usually always get a piece from him. This time I picked up a Scalero fighting one of those kind of teal base dark polyp ones you can see right there below the coat corals. He had some Astriopora, some cool Blastos, You'll see all the variety of leathers that he had, which not a lot of people had that variety of softies. Nice kryptonite trachea. You don't see those bright green ones too often. They're usually kind of the teal ones like those. And of course, he brought Tonga Musa, which are exported out of Tonga as Bauer Banki. They're likely some species of unclassified lobophilia. He always has them, and it's cool to see them. These next two pieces were at Majestic Creatures. This is like an acid trip rainbow chalice. The streaking of the eyes was really nice. He also had this Lord colony here, which was this kind of pink and yellow heavy variety that I've not seen that often. It was a very unique one. Both these pieces sold right off the bat. I certainly wish I could have got a frag of them, that's for sure. Alan from Koral King has always had a very expensive taste in fish, and he certainly flexed on the whole show. Whole tank of yellow tangs that were adult-sized, and then a Dr. Seuss soapfish. It was the first time I had seen one of these in person, but they've always been one of my favorite fish. They are called soapfish because they actually, when they're stressed, they produce a chemical called gramistin in their mucus. So if fish kind of go and eat it, it's a toxin that almost creates, kind of has like soap-like properties with it. So yeah, really cool. They're collected, I believe, in super deep water. I believe this one was going for the bargain price of $6,000, which is cheaper than usual for these guys. So if you're a high-end fish collector, yeah, Alan usually can get you what you're looking for. On top of that, Alan also brought a lot of really nice coral. You can see this Blastomusa colony here, very nice kind of war paint one. And he had this really nice chalice colony too. Certainly quite a bit of colors in that one. I, of course, had to go to Steve Garrett's booth. If you're in LA, you know Steve Garrett. If you're not in LA, Steve Garrett is a local legend. He's got an outdoor farm that's completely open air and powered by the sun year-round. So he farms all of these corals outside. He's got a lot of really old school pieces, a lot of old smoothies. You can see this kind of plate of dragons right here. Lots of old like softies, like Xenia. He had this really cool branching capitata here. It looks like one of the Megachrome Montes. Very cool stuff as always. I then stopped by none other than the Godfather's booth, Sutan. Sutan is one of the biggest Indonesian importers in the country. He is of Indonesian descent and has a lot of really good connections over there to get some of the nicest Indonesian pieces that come in. One of the coolest pieces he had was this Pectinia I'm about to show that grew flat almost like a meat coral. So you can see it there by some acanthos. Was pretty cool to see that. Adrian at Nori Corals had lots of nice Zoas, some Godzillas, and a ton of tie-dye jawbreakers. Some of the original lineaged ones, and oh my god. They're definitely some of the nicest that I've seen in person. They had great coloration. They were really big, as you can see. I think all of these sold to BSA Ben, who snipes things per usual. There's the Godzillas too, really bubbled up. Also had some nice confetti. Lots of other Acropora as well. I really liked his Blastomusas as well. I mean, he really just had everything, and it all looked really good. I liked these kind of Mardi Gras-esque Fabias. Had not seen that strain before. And then day 2, I believe, he brought this grafted Acropora colony. And with all of that and the quality here, I am going to give them the number 3 spot for the 3rd best coral booth at the show. Nice stuff. Speaking of jawbreakers, Crumb to Colony had this guy that was almost like a reverse. Very cool. They had a lot of different other aquaculture pieces too. Magic carpets. You can see, there's that big guy plus every other jawbreaker they brought. They also had a lot of really nice SPS and a bunch of zoanthids too. There was a lot of zoas they had that were really high-end and mid-tier ones that are relatively uncommon. So nice selection from them. Danny from Kung Fu Corals has been known for torches for a very long time now, and he certainly asserted himself as the Euphilia king of the show. He showed up with an entire tank of grafted Holy Grails. So I had never seen this many in one place, and he had multiple different varieties. Some had with the kind of darker torches, some with almost some gold torches. He had some of these ones that were kind of like in between, that were splattery looking. I mean, I was extremely impressed. They were I believe fresher. They weren't as colored up as they could be, but you could see the potential coming in a lot of these. And I was blown away by seeing so many. He also had a lot of other aquacultured LPS, some master scolies and different rainbow plates he had cut. And he brought in some really nice typical plates that were uncut that you can see here. Here's another picture of those cut rainbow plates. So good selection overall from Danny. What would a top coral video be without BSA Corals? Ben always brings crazy stuff, and it's all bright. You can see from filming this, I mean, this was with the ISO cranked down, and still stuff was just way too bright. Those really nice Blastos that are war paint there, and it's, look at all these varieties of Blastos. Some of these I've not even seen before. Different lords of all types as well, Bower Bankies, Chalices, Zoas, about everything. If there's one type of nice coral you can think of, Ben likely has 50 phenotypes or strains of that coral of which you've never seen. Like those Blastos with the mustard kind of yellow center and gray skirt. I've never seen those ever. He also had some nice Ghanies and Wilsoni to the left here, which I'll pan over to. The Wilsoni had some that were almost rainbow-esque instead of just the typical orange and blue, which was nice to see. But yeah, I mean, Ben always brings a lot of nice stuff. This was just one tank of his. He had 3, so lots of nice Favias, Chalice colonies, and some SPS. And this one, he brought a lot of fathead dendros. You can see an aquacultured Australamusa there. Like, who has that? A lot of really nice Solomon Yumas here, some other mushrooms, OG bounces, and some little mini super bright meats. Like, everything is quality at BSA. Now check this out. That is a purple monster. This was at Pristine Coral House. Francisco, I've known for a long time, has a very good taste in corals. Look at this button scolie down here. OGs, everything encrusted, everything looks good. Grafted hammers. I mean, the quality of everything at this booth was top notch. This almost took the cake as the #1 booth. I think I will give it #2 at the show. Quick shout out here to Coral Explorers. No one really has nice Florida Recordias anymore, and this was an impressive little garden of them, including some strains I've not seen. Bobby from Aquavida 365, also based in LA, always brings in some wild stuff, and it's usually, there's some diamonds in there. You can see from these Zoas, there's a couple strains I had not seen before that could be great for farming. Also had some splatter grails, as you can see. A lot of really nice pink Ghanies, a large petal variety. I don't see those much anymore. I used to have some. They're great. There's a better look at the splatter grails. Green stem, yellow tip, splatter. Nicest hammers around. Also had some great aquacultured convict chalices, 2 varieties. And he had some nice discos too. Some of the kind of god type shrooms and these weird ones on the right, which I had not seen before. Zayne Reef Co had lots of very nice aquaculture pieces. He called these the gender reveal. He said sometimes they went pink, sometimes they went blue. Also some really nice St. Thomas, some Frankensteins, OG bounces. You'll see from the gender reveal here. He also had his signature, which he brings to every show, which is colony pieces of Crayola Meltdown. And you can see, even with this picture being unfocused, just how nuts these ones were. Really nice stuff as always. Here's kind of a mix of different corals I saw from different vendors. So I'm not sure where I took these pictures, but some of them I really like. This Acantho in particular is pretty unique. These lords here, I've not really seen ones like it. It's like HG Micromusa Lord version. Really nice lobophilia here. I've always liked the carpet lobos, and that was a HG variety. Frost Coral had these blueberry gorgonians. They're usually always unhealthy closed, but his were looking really good, so great to start with if you want to try them. This was a Astriosimilia, I believe is what they're called, the kind of fathead candy canes. At least looks like them. This is at DOC Aquariums. They also had a nice Tyree pink tip elegance that they had aquacultured for some time, so a couple gems at that booth for sure. There was also this really nice strain of GMKs. They almost reminded me of the Adonis, but different. Frankie's acid trips. Always like those. Got some beast mode shrooms, it looks like. Don't see those that often. and these really weird morphs of electric Oompa Loompas here. This was, I think, a Sniper SPS. Look at the size of those blood shots. My God. Now we have the first place winner here. This is Wine Country Corals. Now, there is not many booths that blew me away like this one. Every single piece was rare, healthy, and had some of the best coloration for that piece that I had seen. It was all healed. I mean, usually if you go to a booth, it's like, okay, this guy has the best torches, this guy has the best zoas, this guy is the best sticks to the show. But I think that overall, this booth had the best of everything, and it also, everything had really good prices. There wasn't a lot of wilds. Most all of it was aquacultured. I mean, look, they had lemon drop elegance with pink tips. They had these pectinia. Who's farming those? Wilsoni. They had meats. They had scolies. They had torches. They had varieties of torches I haven't seen in a long time. They had blastos. They had the ultimate space monster. All these mushrooms. They really had something for everyone at every price point. And I think the pictures and videos here really do this booth justice. I mean, I was extremely impressed. And yeah, I think that they definitely took the cake for the best booth in terms of the quality of coral at the show. So make sure to check them out, winecountrycorals.com. I also finally found this strain of Hydnophora. I've been looking for it for about 5 years. My original LFS used to have it, and I've really not seen one with that blue and gold since now. So I picked up that piece, and I was super happy with it. Hey, if you watched the video and you've got this far, be sure to do all the things like subscribe, hit the bell, and check out the link in the bio. All my social media is there on all channels. I post on everything. Additionally, there's also options to support me personally, whether it's through buying my merchandise on my Etsy store or through donating to me through Ko-Fi. Additionally, if you're someone that's already supported me through any of those things, thank you very much for your support. Any dollar, any penny helps me. It really makes this a lot more financially viable for me and helps me a lot. So thank you if you've supported me. And be sure to give the video a share and a thumbs up, and comment what you liked about it, comment what you didn't like about it. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.